Welcome, I am Tommie. I'm going to talk about three approaches to basic nutrition. The first approach is to eat all the food groups and take a multivitamin. Don't eat what you're allergic to. And try to eat all the food groups, what classifies as all the food groups, even if it counts as one type of food classifying as two different food groups, that still counts. Eat all the food groups and take a multivitamin that you're not allergic to. That's one approach. Now, for financial reasons, that may be an issue. So here's some other approaches for nutrition. Number two, make sure you eat whole grains or legumes and take a multivitamin and eat a mixture of healthy or unhealthy foods or just healthy foods or whatever. But make sure you eat whole grains or legumes and take a multivitamin, because that makes sure you get your macro and micronutrients. The macronutrients are fats, proteins, and carbs. The micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. And water is also a nutrient, so make sure you drink plenty of water. And also, with the macronutrients, you want to get fiber as a carb. You want to try to do lean protein and healthy fats. That's best to do whole grains or legumes. But if you're if you're allergic to whole grains and legumes, then the third approach is to try to substitute for whole grains and legumes the best healthy way. Whether you can do skim milk or lactose-free milk to get your protein and a multivitamin. Try to do all the food groups or the main bearers of protein in a lean way, most lean, high fiber way, with a multivitamin. And that's some of the best approaches for your nutritional development. You want to make sure you have a good multivitamin that has a good variety of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. Good variety. And if you're allergic to a lot of foods, or financially you can't have access to a lot of foods or certain foods or whatever, then try having a type of protein shake, whey protein, or if you can't do that, a regular protein shake, or Ensure with protein, or Slim Fast with protein. Something your body can handle. The protein-rich foods with a multivitamin you want to get. But you can still eat other foods like burgers, pizza, and stuff. But the main thing is you want to make sure you get your main nutrients. And you want to make sure you also get enough fiber to flush out your toxins from the unhealthy foods you eat too. So it's very important to get that fiber, the rough foliage of the plants. Whether it's spinach, cabbage, fruits, vegetables, fresh or frozen or dried. You want to do that. Eat the ones you're not allergic to. Or fiber supplements are good too. Fiber supplements are good. Protein supplements are good. But with an addition to that, you want to do a multivitamin. Multivitamins are always good. So, but the bare minimum financially, if you eat regular food, you might want to add a multivitamin in there, or protein supplement, or a fiber supplement, or whole grains and legumes with the multivitamin. You want to make sure you get all those healthy nutrients too. And you can research this all on your own. The main thing about nutrition is getting the nutrients you need, because some healthy nutrients detoxifies other unhealthy nutrients. So you can still eat a mixture of healthy and unhealthy foods and still get in a good shape, get down to a good body shape, a nice healthy body shape. It's possible. So that's basic nutrition. Also, some other fundamental things is you want to eat when you're hungry, or drink a lot of water when you're hungry, 2 glasses of water when you're hungry, or you want to eat when you're hungry too. It's very important. You don't want to skip meals and go through those terrible cravings, because when you're craving, your body is actually eating its own muscle. So you want to, when you're hungry or thirsty, you want to drink water. Or when you're hungry, if you don't want to do the water, you can eat solid food, or do water and solid food. But you don't ever want to write out a craving unless you really, really have to. It's an emergency situation unless you really have to, but that is not recommended. And as far as supplements go, herbal supplements, do your own research, do your best judgment, because even they have side effects too. Like prescription meds have side effects too. Some work for some people, some don't work for other people. Certain foods work for some people, certain foods don't work for other people, in case you're trying out new fruits and vegetables and new proteins too. Bear in mind that food is like a drug chemically. It works for some people and it doesn't work for others. And foods can have certain side effects. Like if you eat too much fiber, it can cause diarrhea. Too much protein can cause kidney stones. So you don't want to do too much or too little of a good nutrient too. And so those are things to consider with basic nutrition. This is a basic nutrition lecture. So it's not going to get into anything too heavy. Just basic common sense, I'm telling you. Like try to eat all the food groups the best that you can. Try to really get those proteins in your system, and the multivitamin. Try to make sure you get fiber, whole grains, legumes. Try to get fruits, vegetables if you can. You can do the research on this stuff too. Try to do well-balanced diets too. It's best to eat all the food groups. That's really the best thing to do. But if you're allergic to certain food groups, you can substitute. Like if you're allergic to dairy, you can do dairy-free products like soy milk and stuff like that. But it's best to try to eat all the food groups the best way you can with a multivitamin too. And you really want to get those macro and micronutrients in. The macronutrients are fats, proteins, and fiber, and the micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. You can research this stuff yourself. And that's the basic lecture of nutrition, basically. Thank you for attending.